union never meant to endure. This is the story of Nigeria. A giant built on false foundations, the weight of its own contradictions. And at the center of that storm stands the unbroken spirit of Biafra, crying out for freedom from a nightmare that has consumed millions. It began with the rivers of blood in 1966. Thousands of Biafran men, women and children, professionals, traders, students and families who had built lives across the Federation became targets in the northern city, fueled by ethnic hatred and religious hostility. Mobs descended upon innocent civilians. They were slaughtered in their homes, in crowded markets, and aboard trains carrying desperate families back to the east. Streets were littered with bodies, rivers choked with corpses. Survivors returned to the east carrying trauma, grief, and the painful realization that they were no longer wanted in the Nigerian union. BIAFRA, BIAFRA, voice of truth and freedom. BIAFRA, BIAFRA, the rising sun will begin. Then came May 30th, 1967. A desperate act of survival. What followed were 30 months of unimaginable devastation. The Nigerian military, armed and backed by foreign powers, including Britain, Russia and Egypt, surrounded the young republic. A total blockade was imposed. No food, no medicine. It began with the rivers of blood in 1966. Thousands of Biafran men, women and children, professionals, traders, students and families who had built lives across the Federation became targets in the northern city, fueled by ethnic hatred and religious hostility. Mobs descended upon innocent civilians. They were slaughtered in their homes, in crowded markets, and aboard trains carrying desperate families back to the east. Streets were littered with bodies, rivers choked with corpses. Survivors returned to the east carrying trauma, grief, and the painful realization that they were no longer wanted in the Nigerian years, communities were raised. The world watched in silence while famine hollowed the faces of innocent children. Some nations spoke out, but many turned away. The war officially ended in paper in 1970 under the declaration, no victor, no vanquished. Yet for Biafrans, the suffering did not end. Their properties were confiscated, courage destroyed. Biafrans were given only 20 pounds regardless of how much they had. Entire families struggled to rebuild shattered lives. The promise of reintegration faded into disappointment. Marginalization, and government appointments, infrastructure and control of resources from Biafran land. Oil flowing from the Biafra land enriched the center, while much of the east remained neglected. Roads deteriorated, industries collapsed. Biafra, Biafra. Voice of truth and freedom. The rising sun will rise again. The nightmare did not disappear, rather it evolved. Across Nigeria today, violence and insecurity continue to devastate communities. Armed attacks by Fulani herdsmen, terrorists have left villages destroyed, farmers killed, women violated, children orphaned and churches burned. Multiple regions in the southeast demands for by self-determination and met with military crackdowns, arrests and bloodshed. Protesters have been killed, fear and tension continue to rise. These tragedies reflect the deadly consequence posed into one political structure through the 1914 British and distinct ethnic nations, religion, traditions, ideologies and systems, and without a shared national vision. The North feudal and religious conservatism can never blend with the South's entrepreneurial drive, and the East Republican individualism attempts to hold the Union together continue to be at the cost of innocent blood. Why does Biafra matter?
Biafra means self-determination.
Biafra represents dignity, survival, and the rights of the people to life and choose their future.
Biafra
Symbolizes resistance, innovation, enterprise, and hope. The vision is of a nation with secure borders, focused development, protection of its citizens, and economic engagement with the world of future, free from oppression, fear, and perpetual conflict. The solution conferences, military force or federal quota system, but a peaceful separation based on shared values and voluntary association. History shows that artificial unions often fracture violently, while honest separation can allow wounded nations to recover.
Biafra is not dead, Biafra lives.
It lives because the desire for freedom cannot be extinguished. Nigeria's ongoing crisis, corruption, insecurity, poverty, and division are proof that one struggle cannot hold people with dangerous independence is non-negotiable. Let Africa remember that true unity cannot be sustained by force. The world must listen. If God bless the land of the rising sun, God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile, led by Prime Minister His Excellency Okechukwu, for standing in the pursuit of Biafra independence. I'm loud. Go Georgia, proud. Go Georgia. Biafra blood, Biafra spirit strong. Go Georgia. That story they live now, they make us holy. Go Georgia. Dance with joy, even if I they cry. Go Georgia. Honor our people, we pay the price. Go Georgia. Me that we no go ever forget. Go Georgia. Forever bright, forever we go praise. Go Georgia. Go Georgia. Go Georgia. Back for 1967, call come out. When trouble show face, hope still stands tall. Them stand ground well to protect their own. Pass fire, hunger, rain and heavy stone. Juke true, mama them fight, papa them too. Picking them brave as them walk at the road. Every sacrifice where them sow, na good see them soldiers. Them buildings with hand and sense with bright. Oguni go shine like morning light. Pulia strip they touch the sky. Them say we no go die, we go still try. No, we no go let their name just fade away. Their strength now, our strength to this very day. Lift your voice, lift your leg, make the rhythm flow. For heroes of old, for heroes of old. May 30 we go stand and sing, I'm loud. For all our heroes, we make us proud. Biafra blood, Biafra spirit stronger. Their story they live now, they make us so. Dance with joy, even if I they cry. On our people, we pay the price. May 30 we no go ever forget you. Forever bright, forever we go pray.
France, thank you, wonderful people, lovers and lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some and some of you. Where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? Thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, as you join us, share and share so that other people can join us in this very awareness, okay? We are here once again. We are here.
They will not cry in the public, but I watch their cry in the mirror every day. They cry. For the past few days, they have been having meeting. How to approach Simon Ekpa. How to negotiate with Simon Ekpa. I am saying it openly this evening on this space. I am not open for negotiation. And no Biafra person serving under Biafra government is open for negotiation. If I hear that you are talking to anybody back home, you are out of the government.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Please, as you join us, share it so that people can join us. Share so that other people can join us. Very, very, very important. And as well, if you have any comments, you have the comment section is open. Write your messages. Chibugo. Ndewo nwa Chineke. Ndewo nwa Chineke. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Where are you watching us from? Anywhere you are watching, indicate where you are watching us from. And I need those that the breakaways, the prodigal sons and daughters of Biafra who left the government and are supporting evil. 1 minute. Yes, those who left the government of Biafra and they are now constituting nuisance on social media. Those who want questions. If there is something that you don't really understand, if there is something that you want to know, if there is something that is confusing you, come, come and ask your question. You can as well join me on the studio. If you have a superior argument to make, if you are with USB charger, you have questions to ask, and you need answer, come. We are open to questions to everybody, anywhere that you are. If you are in the 4th assembly of IPOB, or in the 3rd assembly, or even on the 2nd assembly, or the 1st assembly, come. We are open to questions and we are going to respond to you, okay? If you are even part of MASOP, Wazirike, come. We are open to answer your questions, okay? Then, if you are indecisive, you have not actually supported anyone, but you are on this platform and you want to know where to support, come as well and ask your questions, because we are here to respond to questions. We are here to clear every doubt, and we are here to bring you up to date of what BRGIE government is doing for our freedom. So, but we are going to advise anybody that is joining us to be very, very civil, okay? We need, if we have to argue, we need to argue constructively, okay? Yes, if you have something to talk about and you feel like joining me on the studio, you are welcome, so that we can sort out whatever question, whatever issue that you have. Then we can be able to talk about it, okay? So, thank you so much for joining me. You are welcome to this very platform. This platform is anchored by myself, Mazi Nnamdi, and this platform is affiliated to Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, under His Excellency, the Messenger of Biafra, Mazi Nkere, the Honorable Prime Minister of Brigi. So this platform is affiliated to Brigi. Its part is Brigi, and every information that is coming out here, I can boldly say that I am a representative of Brigi in my platform. Yes, because Brigi is doing excellently well. Yes, Brigi is standing gidigbam. Brigi have withered the storm. Brigi have fought a very good fight. Brigi continue to stand very strong, irrespective of the attacks from right, left, and center. Irrespective of the distractions that you see that is happening everywhere. Nigerian government is attacking Brigi. IPOB Nigeria is attacking Brigi. USB is attacking Brigi. G whatever. USB, GVC, VCB, and all the rest of these groups. They are all attacking Briggy. Why? Why are they after Briggy? Why are all these people fighting against Briggy? Only Briggy. They are fighting against Briggy. They even say Briggy belongs to them because they cannot stand what Briggy has achieved and continue to achieve. They have not even reached 1/4 of what Briggy, Biafran Republic government in exile, have done in these recent years, even since 2021. I think it was in Job chapter 1, I think verse 6 or thereafter. Job chapter 6, I think verse 1 or thereafter say, when the sons of God came to, to present themselves before God, Satan also came. Mgbe ụmụ Chineke bịara igosi onwe ha n'iru Chineke, ajọ mmụọ, ndị ajọ mmụọ na ndị ajọ mmadụ bịakwuru nke ha. So anywhere Briggy goes, you will see them, enemies of progress. They'll be following you up and down as if you are holding something that belongs to them. Hey, this Anyangu Polinus, enemies of progress. You will see them everywhere. They are everywhere. There is nothing, nowhere where you go where you no go see them. Ndị ochu, ndị anya mgbu, ndị okwu na ụka, propagandists, fake news vendors, all these psychiatric children of Ngozi, they are everywhere, anywhere you go. When the sons of God come, ndị amusu na ama aba ga-esokwa bịa. But they are all welcome. One thing that you know why we are so exceptional in Briggy, believe you me, is that when you come to our platform, you are going to learn a lot. Yes, you are going to learn a lot. You will be educated. In fact, you will not go here empty-handed. Okay? You will not go here brain dead. Rather, you will go out of this platform having something upstairs. You will go here when something have entered your brain, so that those knots that are loose will be tightened, and you will be able to reason like humans. Okay? So I welcome every one of you. So Anyangu Paulinus, I also welcome you because it's not easy. The only thing that is very, very difficult for most of you to do is that there is no need standing on the comment section to, to attack. I have placed a link on my X account. Go to the message box on X account, click the link and join me on the studio. That is all that I want you to do. Click the link and join me on the studio and come and ask your questions. Because we are here to respond to you. We are here to attend to you. I'm not going to block anybody. Okay? I'm not going to block you. I am just here to educate you. I'm just here to make you understand what you don't know before. Okay? I'm just here to make sure that those cotton wood that is blocking your ear, I use cotton board and remove it out of your ear so that the words will be penetrating. Because most of you are Dundee. Most of you are like the Fulanis. Anywhere they go, what follows them is destruction. They cannot build. They cannot invent. They cannot construct. They can't achieve nothing. What has the Fulanese achieved? Since the creation of Nigeria, you can't see any Fulani inventor. You can't see any Fulani professor that you can say is a qualified professor. You can't see it. You can't see any Fulani poet. You can't see it. You can't see any Fulani qualified engineer. You can't see it. So you can't see any Fulani that you can, give an example that he has, he has been exceptional. That you can say, this is my mentor. You cannot see it. But in Biafra, in Igbo, in Yoruba, you can see people that have excelled in their academic endeavors. You can see them left, right, and center. But the Fulanese, the only way you can see the Fulanese is jihad, terrorism, kidnapping, pedophile, rapist, murderers, launderers. That is only where crime, criminal activity, that is where you will only see them. Okay? The same thing applies to anyone that has Fulani blood. Anyone that has a Fulani blood in him or her, he can never support any good thing that is coming from Biafra. Anyone that has a Fulani blood, even if it is a dot of a Fulani blood, any Biafran, he can never support any good thing that is even coming to him. He will do everything to destroy it. He will attack you. He will castigate you. He will fight against you. He will backstab you. He will do everything to destroy any good thing that is coming. That is the trademark. That is how you will know them. The enemies of progress of Biafra. Anywhere they go, they attack. Anywhere they go, they attack, they attack, they attack. If you ask them the reason they are attacking you, no reason. If you just tell them, okay, come, let us discuss about the attack. Tell me the reason why you are attacking me. He will not have any reason to tell you. But his mind, the mindset is attack him. Whether he's doing good or attack him. If it is doing bad, attack him. As long as he's doing bad, you are going to embrace you. Oh, my brother. Yes, you are doing the right thing. Whereas he knows that you are doing the wrong thing. So you are in this category because you have never come on this platform and said any good thing about anybody that is fighting or speaking for Biafra. You have never done it. So you are in that category. So I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because there is a tendency that you are a Fulani man. If you are not a Fulani full man, then you have the blood of Fulanese in your hands. Okay? Meanwhile, let us do one thing. Okay? Let us do one thing. Okay. So, your attack is not going to do me anything. Okay?
Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine and flying bombs. Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they try to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Whoa.
That is Biafra's song. Voice of Biafra is hitting it.
No victims, only survivors left to tell of the pain, the courage, tears that fell. Nigeria may hide one flag, but two wounds remain. Only Biafra independence can heal these wounds in the heart of a nation, still carrying the pain. Yeah, we will not be silent for the unborn children and the dead who cry loudest. May 30, 1967, echoes in the wind, never to be erased. Biafra lives in memory and in flame. One day the truth will speak your name. We say it loud and clear. Never again, never again, never again. Biafra independence is not negotiable.
Our independence is non-negotiable. So all the enemies of Biafra are wasting their time.
Independence is not negotiable. Biafra leaves. Today Nigeria is in confusion. Jihadist terrorist killings everywhere in Biafra leave, retreat and surrender is dead for us. Therefore, no retreat, no surrender. God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile, under the leadership of Prime Minister His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere, for standing tall for Biafra independence. And God bless Biafra, God bless Biafra, God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun. God bless Biafra, God bless Biafra, God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun.
God bless Biafra. Yes, God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun. The land of God is the land of Yam, the land of the rising sun. So if you are a Biafran, God will bless you because you come from the land of the rising sun. God will only bless you if you are supporting the Biafra. God will only bless you if your actions are for the freedom of our people. God will only bless you if you are doing the right things. Okay? But if you are not doing the right thing, do you expect the blessing of God? If you are not doing the right thing, do you God? I'm asking you. The blessing of God can never locate you if you are doing the wrong thing. Okay? So, having said that, good afternoon, good evening, my wonderful Biafrans all over the world. In me this very moment to create much, to enlighten and continue to speak to our people. Very, very important for them to know, because we are in liberation. We are in liberation mood, trying to liberate our people. And while we are liberating, oh my sister, Meritekam is from the coastal region of Biafra, one of the gallant Biafran ladies who have embraced their freedom, who has embraced their freedom. They understand what it means to be free. They are in diaspora, very, very happy, enjoying the government in diaspora, but they also feel the pain of their people in the homeland. That is why you see them everywhere. When it comes to fundraising, you are going to see them. When it comes to speaking for the people, you are going to see them. When you come to bringing ideas that will help the growth of their people and the Biafrans, you will also see them. So there is not surprising. Most people that are always sharing the message of Biafra are people who have the interests of Biafrans at heart. So you see them everywhere. So my sister Mary, thank you for joining me. Welcome as well. So a lot of people have joined us. Some are listening on Facebook. Some are listening on X, through X. And others are listening as well from YouTube. So I welcome you once again. So today is very, very important because a lot is happening, and certainly a lot will continue to happen. Okay? And what is happening today is expected in any freedom fight. One thing that we must bear in mind is that not everybody hands to fight for freedom. Okay? Even in the normal fight, there are people you provoke them and you want to fight them. They will rather make peace than fight you. There are some people that you want to take something that belongs to them because they love themselves so much. And they love their life so much. There are people will also take that which belongs to you. They will even fight you for that. And there are people that cannot even stand you coming to take what belongs to them. Like us, we cannot allow you to come and take what belongs to us. And that is why we are here speaking and fighting to make sure that that which belongs to us is not taken by anybody. Not the Nigerian government, not the British government, and nothing their supporters can do that can make us leave our ancestral inheritance for them. That is why you see us every now and then fighting to make sure that belongs to us. Nobody takes it away from us. So I want anybody from the opposing side I want anybody from the opposite side to come. I want you, if you have any question, if you have anything that is bothering you, if you have anything that you want to know about, I want you to join me, okay? I want you to join me in the studio. If you're from 4th Assembly or 5th Assembly or 10th Assembly, as the case may be, of IPOB, and you have an argument to make, especially why Biafrans must and should not take orders from Mazi Nnamdi or Mazi Ekpa now. If you're from IPOB, 4th Assembly, 5th Assembly, 1st or 2nd to 3rd, or to anywhere that the assembly reach, there is a link that I want you to join and come and meet me on the studio. Let me prove to you why, if you are taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, why you are a fool. Okay? If you are from Rising Sun, if you are from their ambassador, if you're from Avid, if you are from USB charger, or from the psychiatric children and patients of Ngozi, if you're from BGC of Ema, anywhere, including if you are from Masop, anywhere that you are coming from, I want to educate you. We are here to educate you, because most of you lack reasoning. Most of you have empty brain. Most of you don't make use of your brain. Your brain was given to you so that you can use it to articulate, to reason, and bring out ideas that are really, positive, beneficial. So if your brain is not working properly, that is the only way you can support taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa from detention. Mazi Charles Oji, I see you. Good evening from here, my brother. These are gallant Biafrans who want their people to be free. Okay? So if your brain is not working properly, when you come and join us, your brain will be working properly. Now, today, the topic that we have, and is very, very important, that especially for those who are hell-bent on listening to the leaders in detention, this topic is very important for them, because we are here to educate our people. Okay? You are here to educate our people. First of all, why did God give you eye? Why do you have an eye? You have your eye so that you can see, right? Is it possible that you have your eye? I have my eye, but I want to use your eye to see. Is it possible that you are blind? Can the blind man lead somebody who has an eye? Is it possible that you can see, but then the blind man is leading you to your destination? It is not possible. Is it possible that somebody who cannot hear can now come and tell you about, something that you can use your ear to hear? It's not possible. Oh, the CRC future chairman of Biafran Republic government in exile, Mazi to.the. Greetings and good evening from here. Welcome. So is it possible that somebody who have leg will now go to somebody who don't have leg to go and carry him or her on the back? If you don't have a leg, you can't put your foot down. I hope you know that. Then is it possible that I can stand, I can walk, and somebody who cannot walk will not carry me on the back, and I want to depend on that person to go anywhere I want to go? I want some of you to respond to me. especially those that say they are listening, they are waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instruction. They are waiting for Mazi Simon Ekpa's order. I'm asking you, can the blind man lead somebody that sees? The answer is no. Can a cripple lead somebody that can walk? The answer is no. Can a deaf person tell you what is being spoken? The answer is no. So if the answers are no, if you answer in the negative, then why do you think that somebody who is in detention will now give you order on how to release him? Will now give you order, or will now give you a guideline, will now give you a template how you can go to Washington, D.C., how you can now meet this person, how you can now meet the person. And will tell you, follow this road. He is where he is. Oh, he's not free, but he can tell you where to go. It means that something is wrong with you upstairs. Now, why Biafrans must and should not listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is very, very important, because we have been talking about this. It's like we are saying it in low key. People feel that, oh, when you say that, oh, we should not take order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is a kind of disrespect. Or when you say we cannot take order from Simon Ekpa, that is a kind of disrespect. My brother, my sister, there is nothing disrespectful about that. Okay? There is nothing that is disrespectful about saying things the way that it is, about telling the truth at every point in time. There is no disrespect about that. Okay? In the first place, who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu standing for? And why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention? Who is Mazi Simon Ekpa? And what did Mazi Simon Ekpa stood for? And why is he in detention? These are critical questions, critical areas that you have to, you have to brood over in your head, in your skull. You have to think about it in your skull. Our own Doris Ezeani from Ezeani State, I believe. Good evening from here, my sister. You are welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, what is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand for in the first place? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Everybody knows about that. What was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting for? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for Biafran restoration. Okay? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for self-determination of the Biafran people. He started his ministry, if I may use that word, since 2012 or 15 thereafter. And the Nigerian government were not happy about this. Because the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting for Biafra is against the policy of the Nigerian state, because the Nigerian government do not want any separation of Biafra out of Nigeria. Okay? That is why from the day one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started speaking about Biafra, he became the enemy number one of the Nigerian state. You understand me? From day one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started talking about Biafra, that is against the Nigerian state policy to talk about Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became the #1 enemy of the state of Nigeria. You understand me? So that is the primary reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention today. Because he was speaking for Biafra. So they want to stop him from speaking for Biafra. They want to stop him from having access to anything that will destroy Nigeria, that will make Nigeria to be divided, and that will make Biafra exit out of Nigeria. That is the reason why in 2015, they first of all kidnapped him when he came down to Nigeria. They were forced to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2017, not through the Nigerian law courts, but through the actions, the activities of the Niger Delta Avengers. Okay? Nigeria tried everything at that time to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from talking about Biafra, from speaking about Biafra, from having access to people who can now buy his ideology, who can think about what he's talking about and key into that system. Okay? They try to prevent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from visiting communities and creating awareness for Biafra. That, because of fighting for Biafra, is the reason why they went to Kenya in 2021 and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have access to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. So they have caged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they don't want him to talk about Biafra. They don't want him to destroy Nigeria. Okay? That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. If you don't know, you know it now. Now, what about Mazi Simon Ekpa? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, the Nigerian government celebrated the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why did they celebrate it? Will anybody tell me what the reason why they celebrated the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The reason why they celebrated it because to them, they thought that they have eventually succeeded. They have eventually succeeded in silencing the quest, the agitation for Biafra. Because they went and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So everything about Biafra, they have succeeded in silencing it. But when it became obvious to them that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to be made useless, even with the funds, billions and billions of naira, thousands and thousands of dollars that was spent to silence the agitation for Biafra and the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they did not succeed. Because after the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then came autopiloters that was headed at that particular time by Mazi Simon Ekpa. Okay? So they became jittery. They became afraid. And they said that they must also cage Mazi Simon Ekpa. Because they saw Mazi Simon Ekpa as another Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay? They saw Mazi Simon Ekpa as another Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because they know that if there is no Simon Ekpa coming on board, if there was no autopilot that is going to speak, that the issue of Biafra is going to die down. Okay? But when Simon Ekpa came on board, or not only Simon Ekpa, when autopiloters came on board, because they have always gone after the leaders, they felt betrayed by people who even advised them to go and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi. So they did everything as well to make Simon Ekpa, to silence Simon Ekpa as well. They lobbied the European Union, they lobbied Finland, they lobbied every lobbyable government around the world. And eventually, Simon Ekpa is silenced. Are you hearing from Simon Ekpa again? No. Why? Because Simon Ekpa is caged. Are you hearing from Mazi Nnamdi? No, because Mazi Nnamdi is caged. So when Mazi Nnamdi was outside, Mazi Nnamdi used to make broadcasts. When Simon Ekpa was outside, Simon Ekpa used to make broadcasts. They used to have contacts. They used to research. They need to, research and see people that can help our cause and talk about Biafra. So for the singular reason that Nigeria kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi and sentenced him and kept him in Sokoto prison, the same reason that Finland took Simon Ekpa and put him in Finnish prison is for the singular purpose to stop the agitation for Biafra. These are the reasons that Finland and Nigeria took these two leaders to their various detention facilities. And they are looking at you. They are looking at us. Those who were supporting Mazi Nnamdi. The Nigerian government have already made a proposal to them. Okay? Nigerian government have already bought IPOB. Whether you call it the 4th or the 5th or the 6th or the 7th assembly, they are under the payroll of the Nigerian government. I did not say it. Soludo made that opening confession. Okay? Even the IPOB leadership made you to understand that they even asked them to hand over the security agents, the security outfit that Mazi Nnamdi established in 2020. They handed it over to the Nigerian government in order to stop everything about Biafra. Okay? So, they succeeded in silencing Mazi Nnamdi. They succeeded in silencing those who Mazi Nnamdi expected to stand for him. The only people that they could not silence was because before Simon Ekpa was arrested or detained, the autopilot have moved from a group stage to a government in exile. Okay? A group that is under the leadership of Simon Ekpa. And then the Biafran people came together and formed a government in exile. And now we are able to merge those who could not be silenced while they silenced the rest of Mazi Nnamdi supporters. Those who could not be silenced, like the Biafran Defense Forces, the Black Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, those who could not be silenced, who stood their ground that they needed Biafra, they now joined the autopilot to form a Biafra Republic government in exile, whereby it is not under the control or the control of an individual. Rather, it is under the control of a cabinet, a collective responsibility of the Biafran people. Before that, Before we graduated for autopilot to Biafran Republic government in Ezza to reactivate it, because it was in existence before, but it was not all that functional like it used to be. The reason why it was not functional like it used to be was that after the war was declared that no victor, no vanquish, and after the Biafran people, when the Biafran people then, did not go ahead to hold Nigerian government on the war on the battlefield for a very long time. When the Biafran people caved in during the war, okay, the government that was in charge at that time, what it means is now that the restoration that we had at that time have now become null and void. Okay, so if we have a government in exile at that time, even when Owazirike came on board, Owazirike had a government in exile, but for the singular reason that Owazirike now caved into Nigeria, that government in exile was not all that active. And for it to be active, we have to meet the most important requirement of the Montevideo Conventional requirement under international law. For those who want a country, for those who want a state, for those who want a nation, there are 3 criteria which you have to meet, or even 4. First of all, you have to have a government, okay? And we had the Biafran government in exile. Secondly, you need to have a territory. How do you know that you have a territory? You have to have a map. You have to have a state. You have to have states with their maps and with their population. We have the 40 states of Biafra land. We have their maps. Okay? Then you need to have a defined population. Okay? So when we had our self-referendum vote, over 50 million Biafrans voted. These are the requirements needed under international law for us to now have that qualification to go and demand that we are recognized as a nation. And all these things happened under Biafra Republic government in exile. Remember the Helsinki Declaration. Okay, so when we reactivated the Biafran Republic government in exile, and the Nigerian government, we finished government, now arrested Mazi Ekpa, Biafran people have already transited from a group, autopilot group, to government in exile. While we have our cabinet members, while we have our prime minister, while we have people who are working for the government, just like you have governmental functionaries, just like you have ministers of this and that in Nigeria. But in our own case, there are key ministers, there are key positions that are needed for international diplomacy when it comes to, this Biafran restoration. More importantly, we need to have the finance minister, the information minister, and the prime minister. Very, very important. So, when Mazi Ekpa was now arrested in Finland, what happened? The buck now fell on the Biafra Republic government in exile, who have already met the criteria for statehood, to go and do the thing that it is expected of the government to do when it comes to international diplomacy, negotiations, and international engagement for the recognition of the Biafran state. So let me not go too far. So why I'm saying this is that the reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Ekpa, the reason why they are detained in various facilities is to stop Biafra restoration. That is the reason why they stopped them. That is the reason why they rejoiced when Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped, okay, and brought to Nigeria. Because they don't want Biafran restoration to continue. They want to silence anybody that had to talk about Biafra. Because talking about Biafra is against the policy of Nigeria. It's against the template of continued Nigeria. It means that we want Nigeria to divide. So for them holding Mazi Nnamdi, they don't want anything like that. So Mazi Nnamdi, when he was outside, he was free to do anything that he wants. Now that he's inside, he is not free to do anything. He is not. He is in the enemy camp. So there is no way somebody who is in an enemy camp can now be free to give you order from detention and you obey it. It will be very, very catastrophic for you. This is a freedom fight. This is the fight for the restoration of Biafra. This is a fight for the restoration of our dignity. This is a fight to destroy Nigeria. So Nigerian government that took Mazi Nnamdi in detention and as well made it possible that Finland also lock up Simon Ekpa cannot fold their hands when they take Mazi Nnamdi and put him in detention and allow him to fight them from detention. It is not going to happen. Then you ask me, all this information that are coming from left, right, and center from inside detention, where is it coming from? There is no information that comes from Sokoto prison or the one that comes from Finland prison that is going to be beneficial to the Biafran cause. In Anuhem Neku, I repeat, there is no information, no order that Mazi Nnamdi will give from detention that is going to benefit the Biafran people. Why? He is not free. The reason why he was there is to silence him. The same thing happens to Mazi Simon Ekpa. They can never be in the best frame of mind to give you instruction or to give you order from detention. Very, very important. Why you are brooding over this, okay? Why you are thinking about this? No kwana atato kwa atato aki. Biafra, I am so fanatical about Biafra, okay? Awa atato kwa atato aki. Omo Biafra.
No victors, only survivors left to tell of the pain, the courage, and the tears that fell. Nigeria may hide one flag, but two wounds remain. Only Biafra independence can heal these wounds in the heart of a nation, still carrying the pain. We do not forget, we will not be silent for the unborn children and the dead who cry loudest. May 30, 1967, echoes in the wind, never to be erased. Biafra lives in memory and in flame. One day the truth will speak your name. We say it loud and clear. Never again. Never again.
Never again. Never
Again. Biafra independence is not negotiable.
It's not negotiable. Under the Biafran Republic government measure, we cannot.
Biafra independence is not negotiable. Biafra leaves. Today, Nigeria is in confusion. Jihadist terrorist killings everywhere in Nigeria. Biafra leaves. Retreat and surrender is dead for us. Therefore, no retreat, no surrender. God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile. Under the leadership of Prime Minister His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere, for standing tall for Biafra independence and freedom.
God bless the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, because when it was needed most, he took up the mantle. Imagine that there was no Mazi Ekpa. Imagine that there was no Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. Imagine that there was no government. By now, Biafra will be a thing of the past. Imagine that Ogechukwu Nkere is not there. Imagine that we don't have Biafran Republic government in exile. You can imagine what will happen. It's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that a lot of people are brain dead. They cannot reason reasonably. Let me give you the reason why taking order with Mazi Nnamdi KANU or Simon Ekpa is very, very disastrous. Very, very disastrous. Taking order from people that are in detention, especially people that are supposed to be fighting for your freedom, and their opposing government arrest them, put them in detention. It is very, very dangerous if you don't know to take any instruction, to take any order for them to, for you to, if you should be the one telling them what you are doing outside. They should not be the one whom Nigerian government or Finnish government put in detention, and they are being monitored, they are being controlled, they are being coerced. You should not be the one taking order from them. Let me read it for you. He said, you must not take any order from a leader in detention, because put cotton board in your ear and clean it very, very well. All you fools that are on the comment section and writing rubbish because you do not have the balls. You do not have the balls to go to my message box on X where I posted the link. Click it and join me on the studio and come and tell me the reason why we must take orders from Nigeria prison, or the reason why we must take order from Finnish prison, the reason why we must take order from Mazi Nnamdi KANU. Pick up the courage. Go and click the link and join me on the studio and convince me why we must take order from somebody who is incarcerated on your own. What is your problem? Because the link is there. You go and join me and come and tell us. That is the only thing we need from you. And stop making noise. Stop being emotionally stupid. Who they see you? We know they see you. Mazi Nnamdi KANU is not the owner of Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not the owner of Biafra. The same way you are talking about Biafra, if you are fanatical about Biafra, is the same way they are talking about Biafra. It happens that they want to spearhead it. Now that they have been fallen, they have been taken aside. People, we have to continue. Okay? If you are playing ball and they break your leg, no replacement. I'm asking you, fools. If you are 11 players playing ball and one is not performing very well, what do your coach do? What does your coach do? He removes the one who is not performing and put the ones who are performing. That is how life is. Okay? If you cannot function effectively, you have to step aside. For those who are free to function, in this case, you are not even free. You are under chains. You are under bondage. You are incarcerated. You are caged. Don't have the capacity. You don't have the capability. You are not free as air or as water to act, to defend, to take decisions, to work, to even speak. So why will me, that have all the whole freedom in the whole world to speak, to walk around, to go anywhere I want to go, why will me, that's supposed to give you instruction or tell you what I should do or tell you what I'm doing to free you, will now come to you and take order from you that is incarcerated? You have mental problem. Mental problem is what is worrying you. Kevin Mark, join me on the studio and come and showcase your stupidity. Paulinus Anyang, join me on the studio and come and showcase your stupidity. Why are you hiding on the comment section and be writing rubbish? I don't see you. Okay? I see people who are reasonable. I see people who make use of their number 6, who make use of their intellect, who make use of their knowledge, their God-given knowledge to understand what freedom is all about. I don't listen to those who were born under Okokomaiko Bridge, who don't know their left from their right. No. So, Mazi Nnamdi is not the owner of Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not the owner of Biafra. Biafra is owned by each and every one of us. Biafrans, we own Biafra. So now that Mazi Nnamdi is incapacitated and Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko, we are not going to wait for them because they cannot do nothing because they are now being caged. They are being caged. So we have to move on. Rage and Fury, thank you for joining me. Ikukuchukwu, I see you, my brother. Thank you for joining me as well. So I welcome all of you. So we are as free as the air. So we have the opportunity. We are very free to walk around, to do everything that we need to do, so that we are going to free all these people that are incapacitated. Okay? That are incapacitated. Yes, just like my sister just wrote, he said, when the King Jesus Christ was crucified and died, his apostles left behind the Christians, carried on the good work until his second coming on earth. So, what you are telling us is that we have to wait until when Mazi Nnamdi finishes his jail term. Then all of us, we just sit down, we cross our hand, and the Nigeria will be giving news, bam, 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 get back, or you'll be folding your hands, waiting for 100 years, waiting for 20 years, waiting for 30 years. When Mazi Nnamdi come out, or Simon Ekpa, then before you can continue. Iweu, Ehu ka gị mma. Iwe ehu. You are goat. Goat even better than you. Because when goat wait for others and they are not coming, goat will continue to move. You want to wait for Mazi Nnamdi. Let me read it. I'm reading something. He said, you must not take orders from a leader in detention because their confinement compromises their judgment and isolate them from real-time operational realities. Oh my goodness me. Ị na-anụ ihe m na-ekwu? Let me read it again. He said, you must not take orders from a leader in detention. You must not take order from a leader in detention because their detention, which is their confinement, compromises their judgment and isolates them from the real time operational realities. In other words, their detention will make them not to know what is happening. They don't know what is on the ground at the moment. They don't know what the outside world is doing. So therefore, how will you now take decision from somebody who doesn't know what the outside world is doing? It means he will take you back because he doesn't know what is happening. It's just like somebody who is blind, who is put just close your eyes, for instance. If you close your eyes, are you going to see? You are not going to see. So when they ask you to walk while you close your eye, you'll be doing like this. That is exactly compared to people that are inside detention facility. They have been sidelined from outside the world. So how can they now lead you to a place that you that is free can go? Those of you who say you are waiting for Mazi Nnamdi can. Secondly, say, detained leaders are frequently subject to duress, coercion, or surveillance, making it highly likely that any communicated commands are manipulated by captors or originate under force. Ntị ọ dịkwa? Ntị ọ dịkwa? Please look for these useless people that are making noise here. Where are they? Eh? Ntị ọ dịkwa? Where is Kevin? I hope he's not running away. Kevin Mark, I hope you are here. I hope you are here. Are you listening? Are you listening? I'm going to take it once again because the time has come for us to call a spade a spade. Like I said in the beginning, not taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Simon Ekpa, it is not a sign of any disrespect. No, it is not a sign of neglecting them. No, it is not a sign to say that they are not of the struggle. No, rather, it is a sign to let them understand, or to even let the people understand that their orders are compromised. They are not free to give order. They have been sidelined from outside the world. They are coerced. They are under duress. Whatever order you take from them might be manipulated. I'm going to read it again because we will gradually be taking all this one after the other. We are not going to rush it. As a matter of fact, I am going to stop today on this and allow people to join me and make their comment. Very, very important. Let me take it again. He said, You must not take orders from a leader in detention because their confinement, their detention compromises their judgment and isolate them from the real-time operational realities. What is happening, they don't understand. Their confinement have compromised their brain, their sense of reasoning. Okay? Their confinement have compromised their judgment. And it isolates them from the operational realities of the world at that particular time. Secondly, detained leaders are frequently subjected or subject to duress, coercion, or surveillance, making it highly likely that any communicated commands are manipulated by captors or originate under force. You remember when Mazi Nnamdi was still in DSS custody in Abuja. What were the lawyers telling you what happened? That everywhere that Mazi Nnamdi is was wired with electronic hearing devices. They cannot even be free as lawyers to go and discuss with Mazi Nnamdi. So, which means any instruction that if you are listening, if you are taking order from Mazi Nnamdi, anything he's saying, the DSS is listening. Tinubu is listening. Buhari was listening. So, how can you now take order from such individual who is not free? Who is the house that he's staying has been bogged. Eh? Ndị isi ojii, all these useless achịkọta ekpo ọnụs, all this BGC, VGC, BSB, USB charger, where are they? Come and tell me. In anụkwu English, a ga-asụrụ unu ya n'Igbo? A ga-asụrụ unu ya n'Igbo? A ga-eme interpret? Ka a ga-ede ya n'akwụkwọ fonye ya na ntị unu ka unu wee nụ? That the position of the leaders in detention, they have been compromised. Any decision that is coming from them has been manipulated by those who captured them. Because the reason why they were captured is to make sure that they subdue them, they silence them, so that if they have something upstairs that they want to share in the outside world, the Nigerian government will already know about it. The Finnish government will already know about it, even before it gets to you. So they'll go and block it. They go and stop it. So please join me on the studio. If you want to join me on the studio, go to my X where I share the broadcast. Click the link there and join me on the studio. I'm not going to go much again. This is enough for today. Tomorrow or thereafter, we are going to continue. We need to educate our people. Okay? We need to educate you because most of you have damaged brain. Most of you are useless. Most of you are really idiotic and nonsensical because you can't make use of your number 6 to understand that if you are in detention and you have a pivotal role, a very important and pertinent role to play in your freedom, that the enemy will be eavesdropping. They will be listening to anything that you have to say or give out to the outside world. That is why you have to be excommunicated by the rest of the fighters who are outside. They are going to excommunicate you. Okay? They are not going so that their secret will not be leaked to the Nigerian state. That is the essence. So for you that is saying you have to listen to Mazi Nnamdi, you have to take order from Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko, which means the order they are giving you, DSS don't already know the order. Finland don't already know what Simon Ekpa them on their custody. The room that they are sitting is the Finland room, is the Nigerian Sokoto prison. Now Mazi Nnamdi prison. Is it his house? So it has been bugged. All these tiny listening devices there. How will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know? This is common sense. Common sense. Although common sense is not common to a lot of you. So, Biko Biafrans, join me on the studio and make your contribution. Very important. Join me.
God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun.
God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun.
Rivers ran red, children cried for food.
Join me at the studio and make your contribution.
And flying bombs, Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they tried to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Blockade and hunger became their sword. Kwashako scars on bodies of the young and children. Women buried babies in shallow graves, while the world watched and looked the other way.
Rage, check my X. Go to my X. You see where I posted the link on the comment section. Just go there and click it. Okay, let me see if I can put it there. Sometimes it's very difficult for me to put here because you know the S have restructured their this thing. So X have restructured what is not now. Even if when you click on it, it's not visible. See it. Okay, can you see it now? Join me, join me. I think you can see it.
From Ulias Street to the starving fields, 1 million souls crossed into eternity. They call it war, we call it genocide. Our peoples will refuse to die. May 30, 1967, we still remember the day hope was born and hell descended. Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine and flying bombs. Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they try to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Whoa. No victors, only survivors left to tell of the pain, the courage, and the tears that fell. Nigeria may hide one flag, but 2 wounds remain. Only Biafra independence can heal these wounds in the heart of a nation, still carrying the pain. We do not forget, we will not be silent for the unborn children and the dead who cry loudest. May 30, 1967, echoes in the wind, never to be erased. Biafra lives in memory and in flame. One day the truth will speak your name. We say it loud and clear. Never again, never again, never again. Biafra independence.
Join us, Biafrans, and make your wonderful submission. Voice of Biafra is moving on with bang and bang and bang and bang. The enemies are crying. They will continue to cry. But we are
Biafra independence in our negotiable. Biafra leaves. Today, Nigeria is in confusion. Jihadist terrorists, killings everywhere in Nigeria. Biafra leaves. Retreat and surrender is dead for us. Therefore, no retreat, no surrender. God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile. Under the leadership of Prime Minister His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere, for standing tall for Biafra independence and freedom.
We must appreciate our Prime Minister, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, for doing a marvelous job. Our Prime Minister is a man who is dedicated, a man who is committed. He is very much committed for our freedom. The Prime Minister, His Excellency Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, is very much committed for our freedom. So we must appreciate him for the great work which he's doing in Washington, D.C. It's not easy traveling from his base to Washington, D.C. every now and then because of the issues of Biafra is highly commendable. And every other cabinet members that are very much involved in this great work that is being done in Washington, D.C. And the only way we can appreciate him, the only way we can encourage him is to support financially. Financial support is what will encourage him because there is a lot of bills to be paid. There are a lot of bills that should be paid. Our lobbyist is there. Our attorneys are there. The Biafran Defense Forces, when they have issues, when the wounded soldiers of Biafra, they are being treated. What about their feeding? Okay? What about their medical checkups? Okay? What about their kit-ups? It's not easy. Fighting for Biafra. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy job. Okay? Biafran should run the Prime Minister and support him. Thank you so much for joining me, our brother Rage and Fury. You are welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Welcome to the questionnaire platform, Mazi, Rage and Fury from the coastal region of Biafra. Biafrans are listening.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. Greetings to you, my honorable comrade. Special greetings to all Biafrans all over the world and lovers, freedom lovers, lovers of freedom, and friends of Biafra. I also want to send my greetings to the current serving Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu, Honorable, and the Honorable Minister of Information and all the people, the tutors, you yourself, our dear mother, Betty Ford, and every other person that is here. I really want to say very big thank you. Special thanks to all the financial donors who are the heroes and the heroines of this freedom, why we are and to the entire Biafra Defense Force, those that are still focused, those that know what they are fighting for, those that know what freedom is all about, those that their loyalty is to Biafra, is the freedom of Biafra, not to set it as a result of their emotions and whatever they may put in the restaurant. So I really want to say very big thank you to all of them. for the great work they are doing. So every honorable cabinet minister of the Biafra Republic already, right? I really want to say a very big thank you for your sacrifice for the freedom of the Biafra, the entire lobbyist team of Mazi Nnamdi, Amanda Biri, and every other congressman and woman that is looking for the Biafra, for the Biafra people. I really want to say very big thank you. You see, the reason why we are suffering so much, we remain in slavery, in hardship, in poverty, is as a result of some of our few foolish, very, very foolish people. You understand? That is the reason why we remain in hardship, poverty, slavery, and everything you can think of. You understand? It's as a result of our few foolish people. Because where is it done that the prisoner is the one that is now instructing you to get him free and get him? It's not done. I mean, it looks very stupid. It is those that are free that fight for those that are not free. No matter how
Exactly.
strong you may be, no matter how strong you may be, no matter how intelligent you may be a warrior, you may be very educated, very sound in English or any language that you speak, you have a lot of sense, you have all the sense in the world. The moment you are in prison, you lose all your strength. If you take a little child who is free, a little baby who is free, to come and lose that, to come and open that chain, to come and open that padlock that needs to lock the chain, which you are to set you free. People must understand this. So I know somehow I don't really understand why our leaders are behaved like this. Because like mommy Yuri said yesterday, that every leader that is selfish will never and can never succeed. And that is the whole truth. If you are a leader and you are selfish, God reads the intent of the heart of men. You understand? God reads our inner mind, what is in our heart. God knows the heart of every other person. So for the fact that you have fought so hard, you have sacrificed so hard, and you have not succeeded in whatever you are fighting, as a result of the intent of your heart, every leader that is selfish can never succeed in life, can never succeed in anything they are fighting. You understand? Because if, like, let's take for instance, Mazi Nnamdi it's very, like, he was speaking in the court the other time. He was very sound, and every point he was making was genuine. That is the whole truth. But that did not set him free. That cannot set him free. As a result of the fact that he's not, he's not a free man. He is in prison. It takes those that are free to fight for his freedom. So why can't they understand this thing? It is very funny that, okay, a commander of a troop is captured, and now you, the troops, soldiers that are free outside, you are not taking instruction, order from that commander that is captured in the enemy's camp. You are taking instruction, you are taking order for him. Don't you know that you want to get yourself skilled? All of you will just get yourself skilled. And that is the highest point of stupidity. That is the highest point of foolishness. You understand? So I don't know why our things are always upside down, anti-clockwise. Why our things are always like this, I don't understand. Because what we know, what we understand is that the free are the ones that fight to set those that are not free. But in our case, reverse is the case. Those that are not free are the ones, it's just few of our free people, not all our people. Our people are intelligent. A lot of our people are intelligent, but few of our people. And they are the reason why we remain enslaved. They are the reason why we suffer. A lot of them, you see, in the politicians, as a result of their foolishness, self-centeredness, is the reason why we are enslaved today. You understand? So I don't know why our leaders don't want to understand this thing, that it must always be about them. When they were leaders, these very people, they are fighting against. Can you imagine our former prime minister suing the very government that he was the president? And all of us, all the Biafrans, we threw our support behind it. Now, because he's not incapacitated, and another person is in charge of that prime minister to carry out the duties, the activities that is going to bring about our freedom. He doesn't like it. Now he has to sue the same government that is prime minister. You understand? But I want our people to understand. We cannot sacrifice our freedom on the altar of pride. We cannot sacrifice our freedom on the altar of jealousy or selfishness or self-centeredness. Me, MMM, me, myself, MMI, me, myself, and I. We cannot sacrifice our freedom on that altar. You understand? So that is why it's a government. When we give the mandate to the government, not to any individual. My loyalty is to the Biafran cause. My loyalty is to the government, not to any individual. You understand? If freedom fight, what is happening? It's either you are in exile, you are in the grave, or you are in prison, or you are in your free land. These are the what that happen. So anything that happens along the way, we have to move on until we get our freedom. So I don't know why we see all this kind of people. The one will just be they are not laughing at us. We must still know that there are still very intelligent and wise Biafrans. At the end of the day, when the dust settles, those that are genuinely seeking for freedom, those that are genuinely seeking for Biafra, when the dust settles, they will gather on the same side, seeking, fighting for what they most desire, which is the freedom of Biafra. And at the end of the day, when the dust settles, those that don't know their left from their right, that are playing the Nigeria agent, trying to set us back, the wind will blow them away. This is why you see today. Here are the likes of Clara Dix. Here are the likes of Ellie Peters. Here are the likes of Water Sister. These people were great, highly respected Biafrans. Here are the likes of Ife. Here are the likes of the wind has blown them. I can't even hear of that one will be like when they waka. When be like say if they waka, if you don't put two big stone for a pocket, breeze go blow out away. What be that in name? You understand? Not to talk of a lot of one. We're going to talk like I don't even understand. Not to talk of the likes of Emmas. We're going to talk like people whenever talk for 6 months. You understand? Winds have blown them away. So can they even sleep now? How do they sleep today? Now that they have known that they are wrong. But their pride will not allow them because they don't really enter the struggle to get freedom, to get their freedom. You understand? That's why they cannot come back. Otherwise, if they are really genuinely seeking for freedom, no matter the wrong, no matter if they are all human beings, we make mistakes. If you truly, because they don't care about their families here at home. Because we are a Obodo Ibo where they did. Life, they did good life, this and that. But a greener basket, they are very well. Yeah, they have security. They don't even care about us at home here. And they don't even care coming back home here. This is why they have this kind of game. But I've never really seen this kind of thing. I just want to thank God for the PRGI, the government. This is the only government that has really legitimized and make the world understand that this freedom is not being fought for by miscreants. It's not being fought for by illiterate people that don't know what they are doing. You understand? That's why you see some of these people that are even in the sense of they don't know their left from their right. Anywhere they left it. Today now it's Soludo come. Give the likes of a Jamaica or the this Soludo come and give the very good money. You see that they will endorse the Soludo, say Soludo is the new face of the Biafran. So these are more farmers work. You understand? So it's quite appalling that people that are in prison is one that they are expecting to fight to free themselves. If that be the case, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with his intelligence, with all the points that he made in that court, that he would have been a free man. But in spite of all of these things, he was still sentenced. That can never free. The only thing that will free him is the diplomatic and the involvement of the international community. That is the only thing that will free him. These have always hammered on the point that go and ask a Venezuelan, ever since the capture of Maduro, how many of their political prisoners have been set free? Ever since the capture of Maduro, how many of their political prisoners have been set free as a result of that capture, as a result of the international involvement? So PRGI has really given a legitimate face whereby people see these people that these people are not terrorists, these people are not Christians, even right there in Washington, D.C., the government are explaining to them that if we had a census as a result of the terrorism that happened in Nigeria, which the whole world is seeing today. These are the things that government is explaining to them in a Washington. So, my brother, let me not take too much time. I know that there are some other people that are here that want to speak, but before I yield, as my custom is, I will say, this is the land of my birth. I said, this is the land of my birth. This is Biafra land, Biafra, the land of my birth. I will speak for the land of my birth. I will stand for the land of my birth. I will fight for Biafra land, Biafra, the land of my birth. I will speak for the land of my birth. I will stand for the land of my birth. I will fight for Biafra land, Biafra, the land of my birth. Thank you very much. I yield the mic here, man.
The land of my birth. Thank you so much, Rejan Furi, and welcome our to.the. Welcome to the questionnaire. Mazi Toti, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Loud and clear. Thank you for joining us. Reg have just spoken and spoke very well about our people who are ignorantly listening or waiting to hear or take orders from leaders in detention. And I know you are boiling to go to as well educate most of these foolish individuals. Most of them are on the comment section, but they are not bold enough to pick up or join the link to come here and display their stupidity. to.the, welcome. What do you have to say? Biafrans are listening. Unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi David, for having me here in your studio. And it's an honor to be here as well to speak to the Biafran people. Although I'm not boiling anymore, you understand, because yes,
Abi?
so I'm not boiling anymore because we have taken out
That's
our
good.
time to educate our people, and
Exactly.
it's now left to them to understand what we are trying to prevent, because once a leader is captured, that leader is already compromised. And I'm so happy that you read out the implications of taking orders from
Exactly.
from a captured leader, or maybe imprisoned leader, or incarcerated leader, depending on how anybody wants to put the phrase. But the fact still remains that whenever a leader or a general is being captured by the enemy state, that leader ceases to have any authority over the people. That's just the fact. Just for example, the way I am now, any day the Nigerian government apprehend me, I'm using myself as an example now, that the Nigerian government apprehend me now, I have no power or authority to speak for the Biafran people, because I cannot be speaking to the Biafran people from the camp of the enemy. It is not possible.
Exactly.
Because me speaking from the camp of the enemy to the Biafran people means speaking the language of my enemy. Because definitely there will be a gun on my head. There will be a script on my palm to read to the Biafran people. Because the reason why I'm being captured in the first place is to end that movement. Because
Exactly.
I was not captured, or I'm not being captured to continue from the enemy's camp. No. The reason why the leader was captured in the first place is for the leader to stop that movement that the leader is pushing. These things are not rocket science, and our people need to understand it very, 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 very perfect. We are not against anybody, just like you said. But it is wrong for us to be taking order, either from Sokoto prison or from Finland prison. Now, I want to say something. For those of you that would like to, argue ignorantly, now I want to ask every one of you out there this question. If really that Aloy Jimako, especially that is in Nigeria, that is in the zoo, if really Aloy Jimako is genuine pushing for the liberation of the Biafran people, do you think that Aloy Jimako will still be a free man walking the street of Nigeria? Mazi David, if Aloy Jimako is
No
genuine
way.
as the
It's
so-called
not.
as the so as the so-called lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you think that if Aloy Jimako is genuine pushing for the liberation of the Biafran people, do you think that Aloy Jimako will still be a free man walking the street of Nigeria? And our prime minister said something the other day in one of his press release in Voice of Biafra TV. He said we should forgive Aloy Jimako because Aloy Jimako cannot do anything than playing according to the script of the Nigerian government. And that is the fact. That is the pure truth. Whatever information you see Aloy Jimako passing out from Sokoto prison to the Biafran people is already compromised. It is the Nigerian government that is telling Aloy Jimako, go and say this, go and say that. This thing happened to Mandela when Mandela was in prison in Robben Island in South Africa. Whenever Mandela writes a letter to the South African people, the prison authority and the apartheid government will change the wordings. When Mandela now find out that yes, that they are changing his wordings in those letters, he stopped and allowed the government to do their thing. And even several times that they came to prison to meet Mandela to tell him to leave the struggle, the movement. What Mandela told them is that you cannot be requesting or you cannot be negotiating with an imprisoned person. That the first thing that you need to do is to first of all free him. And that is what we expect our leaders to be doing. Whenever these Nigerian politicians come to them, what they need to be telling the Nigerian politicians is to free them, not to be telling us that we should stop this and stop that from prison. No. Because them giving these orders from prison is not creating any solution, it's creating more division. So these things are just common sense, they are not even rocket science. Aloy Jimako and the rest of them, both KANU are playing according to the script of the Nigerian government. That is why you see people that are supposed to be the Biafran Liberation Army coming out to tell you that they are ESN. Are we going forward or are we going backward? So our people need to understand these things are not what will be coming out all the time to make them understand. These things are very simple. Now, let me tell every one of you the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is compromised. The reason why I'm telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is compromised and the sense of judgment is not aligned with the present reality is because of the people that has been fighting against our freedom, that have been fighting against Briggy, are the same people working with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu is not different from Chinasa Wuru. Is there anything different from Kanu to Chinasa Wuru? Because when Chinasa Wuru was backing in Radio Biafra, Kanu was supporting Chinasa Wuru to be killing the ESN commanders then, but now defunct. When Chinasa Wuru was giving orders in Biafra, in Radio Biafra, that anywhere they see any brigade member, any Biafra in Europe, in America, that the government should arrest them. When Chinasa Wuru was giving order that any autopilot person that they get in Biafra land, that they should a baby Yaka, Kanu was supporting Chinasa Wuru. True of us, Mazi David. So now, Why is it that all these people that fought against this freedom from the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya and the southern rendition to Nigeria since 2021 are still the same people that are now still coming out to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that, and you cannot use your common sense to understand that this is the same Nigerian script. The same script that they have been playing since 2021. The same thing Aloy Ejimakor did. They went to forge the handwriting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS dungeon. They brought that right up to give to Mazi Simon Ekpa then when he was still the prime minister, but now former prime minister of the Biafran Republic government in Nigeria. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said they should stop sit at home. Is it not the same Aloy Ejimakor? But at the end of the day, it comes to be force. They went to forge the handwriting and signature of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is authorizing Mazi Simon Ekpa to stop the sit-at-home and to stop every activities, because the instruction was that he should stop every activities and focus on his release. Mazi Simon Ekpa said no. But it's so laughable today that Mazi Simon Ekpa now is the person that refused to take order from DSS dungeon, is the person that is now expecting us to take order from Finnish prison. But we all know these things are being manipulated by the Nigerian enemy states.
Exactly.
Because they are not in touch, they are not in tune with the reality of today. They don't know what is happening outside, although they might be having some kind of privilege to have some kind of information, but they are not having a detailed information of what is happening. Just as you read out, they are not in tune with the reality of what we are doing today when it comes to this Biafran liberation struggle. So we are not against our leaders, but we are just applying common sense. And for those people that will say we are trying to, go loggerhead with our leader, we are not going into any loggerhead with anybody. We are just doing the right thing, and we'll keep doing the right thing. And if the Biafran people refuse to listen to what we are telling them, that is their own cup of tea. When the repercussion will come, everybody will still face it. It's not only Mazi Toti or Mazi David or maybe our Prime Minister of the Chicken Trade that is going to face the consequences. Every one of us is going to face the consequences at the end of the day. Now look at the pack of people that are pushing this narrative, that are projecting this Nigerian government script to the Biafran people. Look at all of them. They are all people with questionable characters. Now see Master Prophet is now coming out and saying that he spoke to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Now they are not trying to cajole everybody just for their own selfish interests. Look at Paul Achebe, look at Methuselah, that said that if he gets Simon Ekpa one-on-one, that the time they went to Finland to protest against Mazi Simon Ekpa and the Biafran people then against Briggy, they were all carrying machete, doing videos with machete. Some say they have poison in their pockets, that anyway they see autopilot people that they should poison them. Achebe and this Methuselah, all of them say that they should be giving people poison. Or have we forgotten? Those people are the people now coming now to tell you that they have repented. Everybody should come and let's start taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from prison. All of them are all people with questionable characters. There's a reason why I'm reminding our people of all these events, all these past events. Because with that event, there's no history.
Exactly.
And we learn from history, we learn from past events. When Mazi Simon Ekpa went to the last interview he had in Dr. Dami's program, there is something he said there. And I want to remind everyone of it. There's something he said there. He told Dr. Damage, that is Rudolph, That how do they expect we to take advice from them that have made mistake in the past,
In the past, exactly.
that have yeah, that have made mistakes that have affected the Biafran people in the past? How do they now expect us to listen to them?
To them.
And now I want to ask these people that are following this foolishness, why would you take instruction from all these people with questionable characters that have done things that have affected the Biafran people, that have done things that have taken the lives of Biafra in the past? How do you expect me, or why will you, even you, somebody with a right thinking mind, take order or maybe follow the instruction of people that have, done things that have affected us in the past? People like KANU.FACTUAL that wrote petition for Simon Ekpa to be in prison, that wrote petition for all Biafrans in Europe and America to be extradited to Nigeria. How do you now expect me? And how do even Mazi Nnamdi expect me to listen to all these people that he's pushing now? How do Mazi Nnamdi expect the Biafran people to listen to all these people with questionable characters? Or are they not telling him what they have done in the past, the way they connived to keep ESN commanders, to fight ESN commanders? Is Mazi Nnamdi not aware that KANU and the rest of them with Bruce wrote a letter to the European Union, to the European Commission, for Simon Ekpa to be imprisoned? Is Mazi Nnamdi not aware? Although you might say yes, he's not aware. And that is the reason why we don't need to take any order from him. Because he's not in tune, he's not in line with the present reality. Because I've seen so many people trying to make excuses for, our incarcerated leaders like Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Nnamdi, that they might not be aware. And that is the reason why you don't even need to take order from them in the first place, if they are not in tune with the present reality of what we are doing regarding our freedom as a people. And for them not to be in tune with the reality, they can never pass a good judgment. They can never make a good judgment regarding what we are doing as a people. And the people surrounding them are all the people with questionable character. And they pushed we, the people, the good people, away and surround themselves with vipers. That is the more reason why we don't even need to take any order from them. Because they surround themselves with people with questionable character, people that have done things that have harmed our freedom movement, people that have done things that have harmed our people. So if they are listening to us, they need to stop whatever they are doing. They're saying that they are giving order. What their concern now should be, how they will be out from that place, how they are going to work with their government for their government to pursue for their release. Because at the end of the day, they don't have any choice than to work with their government. And the government is very open to work with them, but they need to work in accordance and, in accordance to the principle and constituted authority that governs the Biafran Republic government in exile, because nobody is above the government. And nobody should position him or herself above this government. Because a singular person cannot be above the Biafran Republic government in exile. And that is the loggerhead they are having with the government. We are not the people having the loggerhead with them. They are the ones having the loggerhead with the government, because they are trying to put themselves ahead of the government. That is why Mazi Nnamdi will say that they should bring down bridge. They should dissolve bridge. The audacity. That's an insult to the Biafran people. And anybody advising him in that direction is not even doing any good. That they should dissolve bridge. and fall back to IPOB1 family. Just imagine.
Laughable.
IPOB family that have not been able to approach Capitol Hill for more than a decade, even despite there are thousands and thousands of ejima that they have been spending there. They couldn't even get to the corridors of the congressmen and women in Washington, D.C. But the Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to achieve that milestone at this present day. And you are saying you that is in prison is not telling people that are free to stop what they are doing and focus on your release. Does this freedom, does this freedom happens to, does this freedom now depends on the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi? Does this freedom not depends on Mazi Nnamdi or Mazi Simon Ekpa? This freedom is bigger than anybody. The freedom is bigger than everybody. Freedom comes first before anything. In freedom fighting, sacrifices must be paid.
Yes, sir.
And whatever they are passing through today or going through today is part of the sacrifices that will bet this freedom at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, they will be appreciated for their sacrifices. They knew the stakes before
Exactly.
they knew the stakes before they took up the mountain. Now, Mazi David, I want to ask you something. For example, now I want to appoint you as a general manager in my company. For example, I now gave you a memorandum, or I now gave you a company policy to read, to understand your position, your role. And if you go against this principle, the company principle, this is what will happen to you. You will not sign that company policy. And at the end of the day, now something that happened, you now went against that policy, and that policy now hold you accountable. Will you now be crying foul that the company should hold and listen to you? The company will not hold and listen to you.
Of course, you have breached the code of conduct. You have breached what you signed.
You have paid what you signed. So the company will not hold. Just like as you were giving an example the other time, that even this World Cup that they just played, even if Cristiano Ronaldo, even though Cristiano Ronaldo lose one of his leg in that tournament will not stop. If
We will not stop.
if Messi lose one of his eye in that tournament will not stop. The only thing that they will take Ronaldo that have lost his leg for treatment and replace him with another person. Like the tournament was
I replace him with another person. Exactly.
If Messi
it doesn't depend on Ronaldo.
Yes, because that tournament was not instituted because of Ronaldo. The tournament was instituted for the people, to make money, to bring people together, to entertain people. That is the primary purpose why that tournament was put in place.
30.
Just like as we said, yeah.
You know one thing that it bothers me, all these people, you can only see them right on comment section. They cannot come like you are just talking about this and defend what they stand for, what they believe on. It's very difficult. You cannot see them coming to tell you the reason why they have to depend on Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko for others before they can act. You see, that is one thing so annoying. You can see them writing on the comment section, but they cannot be bold enough to come and pick up the mic and join you on the studio to, try to convince you, try to let you understand why it need to be their way. Go ahead. I just want to put that out.
Yeah, that's just some of these people have decided to stop responding to some of these people because they are ignorant. Mazi David, so many of our people are so ignorant. They don't know what we are doing. They don't know what we are doing. They want freedom, but they don't know the way or the technical know-how on how to get that freedom. All they want is freedom. And some of them hate education. When you try to educate them, they feel as if maybe you want to intimidate them instead of them to pay attention to what you are trying to tell them. And that is why it took so many of us time to fall in line with what Mazi Nnamdi started teaching us since 2012. So, but many of us understood and started following Mazi Nnamdi. You know, some of them today thought that maybe some of us that are speaking today that we are new in this freedom. We are not new. We've been in the background. The reason why we did not come up then is because we have people that are there, people that are capable. So there is no need for you, coming out to, forcing yourself into something that you know that there's already a capable person in that position.
Exactly.
But when we now saw that people are now backsliding, people are now sabotaging, we were now forced to come out and start speaking. Like me now, I've been in the background even when Mazi Nnamdi came out, when he was even talking about Nigeria. I've been there, I've been following Mazi Nnamdi. Even during the time of autopilot, I've been there. When you go to Mazi Nnamdi post on Twitter, you will see my comment. My comments are always there. Then I used to comment. That time we used to fight with all this obedience, one Nigerian. That is what we used to do. That time we throw banter up and down. That is what we do on our own that time. Even when all these obedient people came that time and started trying to gaslight us, that we have been in the background right from time. But the reason why we are provoked to start speaking now is because we have seen that the people that we believed knows what they are doing, people that we believe that, yes, they are very serious, they are very committed in this freedom, betrayed. They betrayed the freedom, they betrayed our trust. But that is why we have no other choice than to come up and start speaking. We've been in the background all along. Even during the time of Mazi Nnamdi, I know how I fought with people, even personally on my own, defending this Mazi Nnamdi. Even when Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped from Kenya, it was somebody that called me and said, I told the person it's a lie. I ran home and opened my eyes. Hey, I was shocked. So we are good students. We listen to Mazi Nnamdi very well. And we understand what Mazi Nnamdi represents. And whatever that is coming out from Sokoto prison today is not the representation of Mazi Nnamdi. And that is why we are pushing back that narrative. And the reason why we are mentioning the name of Mazi Nnamdi is because they are using that name to push that narrative. And that is the name we need to attack. That is how media war works. Somebody cannot be saying that Tinubu is fighting you and you are going to fight Bajamiala. It doesn't work that way. They will see you as a confused person. But when somebody is saying that Tinubu, use that Tinubu name to fight Tinubu. That name that is fighting you, fight that name. Rebuke that name. So if they continue using the name of Mazi Nnamdi to cause distraction, we will continue attacking that name. Doesn't mean that we are attacking Mazi Nnamdi, but we are attacking that narrative. That name that they are using to push that narrative. That is what our people need to understand. That is how media war works. Like some people that will say, but there's no need for you attacking Mazi Nnamdi. You just need to keep. No, you don't need to keep silent in such a thing. Like you don't need to keep silent in things like this. Keeping silent means that you agree. And if you do not come up and educate your people, the people that believe in you will have no option than to follow that Nigerian narrative. That is why we are speaking up. Somebody needs to speak up. When was Urike compromised? Mazi Nnamdi spoke up, and so many people understand what was going on and followed him. And when Mazi Nnamdi was also captured and imprisoned, Simon Ekpa came up to speak up against the defunct DOS for people to understand. And at this point in time, it has fallen on us to speak.
Exactly.
It is not a wrong thing. So
you are right. You are right.
Yes. Yeah, I'm hearing voices from the studio.
Okay, sorry. Let me just go ahead.
Is there someone? Are you calling someone? Someone is. Are you calling someone, or you want someone to speak from the phone? Do you want someone to speak from the phone, Mazi?
Go ahead, Mazi.
Okay. So someone needs to like, for example, assuming that Mazi Simonepa did not stand up then and started, exposing the defunct DOS then. Maybe by now there will be nothing like Biafra anymore. Because people believe so much on those people. People believe that they will never betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will never sell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Simon Ekpa stood up then and started speaking. Started speaking against what they were doing. Mazi Simon Ekpa even came up and even challenged the narrative that they are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to push from DSS dungeon. Simon Ekpa came out and said that he will not take any order from DSS dungeon. He will not take order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And people fought against him then. But at the end of the day, they come to understand that he was fighting a good fight.
The
The way
reason,
we are fighting this good fight
yes,
that we are fighting today. Because then this same thing that they are doing now, this same name calling that they are calling us in Brigade, that we don't have respect for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are trying to play loggerhead with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that we are not respecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the same thing they said to Simon Ekpa. Have you forgotten, Mazi David? It's the same thing. They said Simon Ekpa is fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
it's
So
the
this
same
narrative
thing.
is
Yeah,
not new. It's the same thing.
useless people
Simon Ekpa did not say he's not going to take order from
at
Tinubu. He
all.
said
It's
he's not
not.
going to take any order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS dungeon. He said it.
Yeah,
And we are also saying today that we are not going to take any order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nor Simon Ekpa from DSS prison. But in the long run, when all these dust will settle, people will come to appreciate the Biafran Republic government in exile and also appreciate the media team of the Biafran Republic government in exile for standing in the
and Simon
gap
Ekpa
to push back, to push back this
of
narrative.
Finland detention facility.
Yeah, they will come to understand and appreciate the fact that people like us stood our ground despite the pressure, despite the name calling, despite the hate speech. We stood our ground because somebody needs to stand in the gap in a time like this. And we have taken it upon ourselves to stand in the gap in a time like this, to push back this Nigerian government narrative that they have been trying. Simon Ekpa is not the first person. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in DSS dungeon, they have been doing this thing now, even up to now that he's in Sokoto prison. They have been using his name to push the narrative now. Mazi Simon Ekpa said they should stop sit at home. Mazi Simon Ekpa say he doesn't want this one in Biafra land. Everybody should sheathe their sword. They have been saying all these things. It's not today that they have been saying it. So these things are not new. So that is why when I see some ignorant people coming out to say, hey, you are disrespecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have paid you to fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I just laugh. I see them as ignorant people. And that sometimes I
It's
just
even good. Mazi, it's even good if they say we are fighting, we are disrespecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that those who chained them, who put them in detention, we know that we cannot respect or take order that they want us to take from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from detention. So they can say whatever they want to say. All our focus is we want to be free, and we cannot take order from those who are incarcerated, period. So they can say whatever they want to say. Who cares? The freedom we are fighting is for Biafra and not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone. Go ahead, Mazi.
And if they want us to take order from Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let them release them now. Let them
Yes,
release them.
case closed.
Yes, if they want us to take order, let them release them. Give them a safe passage from Nigeria to the United States of America for them to go and meet our Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi. So they will, even to an extent, Simon Ekpa said that they will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come to Finland.
Come to Finland.
And the Biafran people will assess him mentally to know if he's still sounding the way we are sounding before we will not listen to him. Mazi Simon Ekpa said it. So before we listen to all these people, they will release them. They will come. And these things are normal. These things are normal. You understand, Mazi? These things are normal because you can't tell what the Nigerian government can do. You can't tell what a government can do. They can inject you to cause damage in your memory. Yes, they can do that. They can poison your food for you to be losing your memory. They do it. Even in prisons, they do it. They do it in prison. The food that they feed prisoners. There's a drug that they normally put in those food, and the reason why they put those drugs in those food is to weaken your memory, for you not to be smart to plan any breaking way or to a prison break or to plan anything that will disrupt the peace or the security of the prison. They do it in prisons. They secretly put those things in those food that they give prisoners. They weaken your memory with those medicines. What I'm telling you, go and do your research and you find out what I'm telling you. The government normally uses that thing, those food that you see. That is why you see all these rich men, they don't eat prison food. And that is why even Mazi Nnamdi, when he was in DSS, refused to eat the food that the DSS people normally provide to him. Yes. That is why you see all these of KANU, all these politicians, they don't eat prison food. Big men don't eat prison food. Because you eating that food, you are poisoning your body. The government is poisoning you in a way, destroying your memory, for you not to be active, for you to be, they'll be diminishing your mental health. But in the case of people like Mazi Nnamdi, sometimes they inject them. That is why at the time in DSS dungeon, Mazi Nnamdi started shouting that they should bring his personal lawyer because he doesn't understand what the DSS lawyer, his personal doctor. That they should bring his personal doctor, but he doesn't understand what the doctors from the DSS are doing to his body, that they are using his body for experiment. Do you know how many injections? Do you know what they have injected in Mazi Nnamdi in those places? So these things are reality. What we are doing is very deep. Our people need to understand what we are doing. As long as you are falling into the hands of your enemy, they will use your body to do anything that they want to do. They will reprogram your mind and use you for their own benefits. So our people need to wake up. It's not about shouting that you need freedom.
Exactly.
But you don't know what getting freedom from most especially from a country like Nigeria, what it entails, what it means to get freedom for them. They will go extra miles. They will bring doctors from anywhere to come and make sure that they destroy you mentally. Because the first place they will attack is your mental health. And that is why once they catch you, the first place they will put you is to put you in incarceration. They will put you where nobody will be there. Nobody will be there to speak with you. Nobody will be there to say anything. They will just put you in the dark. Go and read the history of freedom fighters that they have apprehended like this. Even Mandela was isolated. They will isolate you. And isolating a human being causes so much damage to someone's mental health. But our own mental toughness is what will supersede whatever they are doing here. And that is what we are portraying as the people, telling them that if they want us to take order from these people, they should release them. And after releasing them, we will also evaluate their mental health to understand if they are still speaking the same language with us. That is the right thing to do. That is what every right-thinking human being needs to do in a situation like this. You don't need to trust anybody, but trust the process. That is the only thing. Just trust the process, but don't trust anybody. Because at the end of the day, Master David, every one of us are vulnerable. The only reason why you will be saying that you are very strong is because hand never touch you. When hand touch you, Master David, when they go, when Ejita Muge tinye azịza, you will confess what you will not do. I'm
You confess. Touch your bag
you,
random, make
you
I
will
go
confess.
sleep.
I'm telling you, have you
Oh
seen when
my
they are
God.
torturing people in Nigerian cells, in Nigerian prison? Have you seen when they are torturing people in Nigerian cells? They will take your arm, they will
Say
take your
romance,
arm, they will
I'm
bring
water.
broom or pin. Yes, and they will put pin in your arm, you will shout. They will say, oh, yeah, confess. You will say, yes, I did it. Oh, I do. And the reason why you are shouting that you did it because so they will leave you. They will,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, no, this we are human beings with this flesh. No, this flesh can be broken at any time. This flesh now can be broken at any time. It's because you have not passed through that process. Even sometimes they will bring hot iron, they will press it in your, they will press the hot iron in your nash. You will shout that yes, so I did it to you. You did not do it, but you will just want for them to just leave you. That time you will come to understand that this life is
So,
very precious. That you
a
that
man
when you are free.
ogro na toy.
Yes, now some people will say, man, now once man they die, now once man they die. But when you see that death, you will not know that
You
for
know,
man to die once, you know, easy.
life is precious.
You will not know that for man to die once is not easy. It's not, some of us have, so many of our people are so ignorant, they have not seen things and they have not been in the position to experience most of these things I'm saying here. Nobody is unbreakable when it comes to situation like this. They can break anybody. Yes, they can break anybody. They will torture you, they will deal with you, they will turn you upside down. All the blood from your leg, from your palm, will go to your brain. You will have blood clot in your brain, you'll be bleeding from your nose. There will be what, go to SARS, go to all these places. I've been opportune to visit. You will see what they are doing to human beings. You will weep, you will cry. If they tell you to commit crime, you will run that you will not commit crime. Just go and see what government is dealing with people, most especially their enemy. So nobody is unbreakable in a situation like this. For some people that are saying there's something they will do to you, you will confess what you did not do. Most of these people that you see that, especially the Nigerian state, are very, very weak. They are very wicked people. That's why you see all these innocent people. They normally parade. They will put gun on their face. Most of those people they did not do those things that they are saying, but because they have tortured them.
Exactly.
Fanfa Ifeji go need to find Panama. They will. See, I've seen what so people are impotent today because of Nigeria police. Because of Nigerian police, they have seen somebody that they use needle. They will put time here where they need to find that they are finding needle in here. The person was shouting, "Yes, no, Maria, that I did it, I did it, yes, I did it," just for them to leave him.
Okay.
So, Mazi David, what people need to understand though, when you are dealing with a government, especially like the Nigerian state, is not where you will come out and you'll be saying that Mazi Nnamdi they can break him. I'm telling you, they can break him. He's not even more than people that they have broken.
Of
They are
course.
broken hardened criminals that are hardened, that have taken oaths, that have had so many diabolic things to harden their hearts, but the government will still break them. There are some criminals that have eaten so many diabolic things that their hearts is not shaking anymore. There's nothing you. But when Akaparofa, when government hold them, government will that diabolic thing that they ate to harden their hearts, that juju will run away and leave them on that particular day. They will break it and they will break them. I'm telling you. That is why you will see some generals. You will say that this general is very brave. This general is very rugged, but when the enemy state capture that general, you will just see him. The general will just be like, Okuko Miriman, and you will not be wondering, is it not this our general that is very rugged, very hardened man? Akapadogia, they have lowered him. They have lowered him. He will become a chicken. He will be not even a chicken, a chick. That is how tough and dangerous a government is. And it now happens to be their number one state enemy, because the Nigerian government see Mazi Nnamdi coming today as the number one enemy. Do you know they wanted to even kill him in Kenya? They deal with him seriously. He said it now. They brutalized him. Even there was a time he came to court. He was even complaining that he doesn't know maybe if some of his organs in his body is still working. Those things affect mental health. And sometimes when they are talking to you, you will be doing
very sad.
So that one already has already proven that his situation is already compromised. His situation is already compromised. That is so. Mazi David, thank you very much for putting up this program. As you said you wanted to go and sleep. Let me leave.
Yeah.
So because our people need to understand. You are talking that I've been in a place. I've seen hardened criminals. Mazi David, I'm telling you, I've seen hardened criminals, but they broke them at the end of the day. They broke them.
Oh, of course. They'll be lawyer by force.
They will turn when you go to all these SARS plants. They will turn you. You see the back of this your leg. They will use. There's one button they will use. They will wipe all the whole blood in this your leg. All the whole blood will go to your head. That is why sometimes you see people that are not strong, they will die in police cell. It's because of those tortures. If you are not strong, they will torture you. Nigerian security apparatus, they are very deadly. They are very, very deadly. That is why I pity some of our brothers and sisters that are still languishing in jail in Nigeria, because I know what they are passing through. I know what many of them pass through, and that's why so many of them are dead because oh my God. Yeah, Mazi David, what we are doing. That is why some people are saying that. Do you know what is paying sacrifice? Do you know that what many people that the Nigerian enemy state, so many Biafrans that they have captured? Do you know what many Biafrans what they are passing through, the torture they are passing through? Sometimes you will see some will be telling, "Oh, you are killing me. Oh, you are killing me. Oh, you are killing me." That you are telling them because they torture. Yes, you'll be telling them not to kill.
They prefer to die than receiving those tortures.
You will not tell them to kill you. What is the essence that you are just punishing my body, frustrating my soul? So it's better some will not be shouting that time. If you go there in the night, you will see. Sometimes they will just come. They will just shoot people. They will shoot person in your front. They will shoot somebody now. They will kill somebody in your front and tell you that if you do not confess, the same thing will happen to you. They will just take that person to the back and just throw that person. Some of our people that are just making noise in this Biafra struggle, they have not seen things. They don't know what it takes to fight for freedom. Very easy for anyone to come and shout Nigerian terrorist state, Nigeria, and it's very easy. But by the time that Nigerian government, by the time they owe you, we readily do Doya. If you like, be 7-star general. you will give up. You will give up. That you are strong. You are strong. You are claiming a strong man is because you are not under detention. You are not under the
I'd never meet you for
I'll
there.
never meet you. Now make you the form. When hand meet you, you go no say
You go humble.
kaki no be leather.
Maybe
So
later. Ị ga-ama na ụgụrụ na-atụ oyi.
yeah, even
Ee,
there's an injection they will give you. If there's an injection they will give you now, yeah, and they're asking you question, you will not be able to lie. But mostly the people using that one are those Oyibo people those are the Oyibo people that are using those ones. But you see African own. hmm, Oyibo own be say they feel give you that injection, you know go feel lie, or they will use all those their machine to be testing whatever you are saying to know. No, they will have
ee,
Oyibo normally have
to test you.
sympathy. No, Oyibo normally has sympathy for human being. But you see black police, black soldier.
The black people mind.
They will give you the analog style. When they give you analog style, you getting on them. When you come out, you will be humble.
Because they don't,
So
oh my God.
that is why some people forget. You might claim that Mazi Nnamdi is this or that. Nobody's unbreakable. Nobody's unbreakable. They can break anybody. They can break anybody. So the best thing for a leader that is under the captivity of his enemy to do is silence. Once they hold silence, just silence. No matter what the same thing Mandela did. When they were coming to tell Mandela to negotiate with Mandela from prison, Mandela said you cannot negotiate with an imprisoned man. You cannot negotiate with a man in prison. You understand? You cannot negotiate. Mandela said it until he was finally released and he joined the negotiation to end the apartheid regime in South Africa. And when Mandela was in prison, Mandela did not interfere with the governing body of ANC in exile then, because
ANC.
Mandela was part of the people that revived ANC. This man, somebody Tambo was the person that took over when Mandela was
Kambo Mbeki.
no, Tambo Mbeki was the first president. Mandela was the deputy of Tambo Mbeki. The person that took Oliver Tambo. Oliver Tambo was the person that took
Okay,
over.
okay.
Yeah, but Mandela was the deputy of Tambo Mbeki before he now became the president. He did not interfere. Oliver Tambo was the person that took over when Mandela was, arrested in 1962. Who will come to tell you that Mandela controlled the apartheid movement? If Mandela did not control the apartheid movement from prison, no. Don't let anybody deceive you. Go and make your research and you will see. You will see the people that fought for the freedom. Even this Tambo Mbeki, all of them, they were there. So Mazi,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, our future CRC chairman, Mazi Nnamdi. Thank you so much for being part of this broadcast tonight. You have really nailed it. You have really given a lot of Biafrans, and more importantly, those who don't know where they belong to. You have given them something to think about. They are at least, like I told them earlier, any Biafran space, any Biafran platform that you go to listen, you are not going to go home empty-handed. You are not going to go home insane. You are going to get something to change your mindset. And I believe tonight a lot have happened, and a lot of people are going to change their mind on their what their their belief has been, especially those who were thinking that it was a good idea to take decision from those who are incarcerated. At least by now, they should understand that they have made the greatest mistakes of their lives, and they are not only endangering those who are in detention, they are also jeopardizing the movement. They are also trying to destroy the movement of the Biafran people. Though they cannot stop it, but it's very, very detrimental to the progress that we are making. And it's not a good idea to wait when your leader is incarceration. You should be moving. You should be on the move, bringing in ideas, what you should do, how you should do it to make sure that those in detention are freed. That is what should be done. And the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing that. So anybody telling us to wait for leaders, to listen to them, to take order from them, is trying to draw back the hand of the clock. And we are already on the move. We cannot take such actions. We cannot listen to people who are incapacitated. Forward ever, backward never. Thank you so much. What is your final word to the Biafran people before we can call it a night? Go ahead, to.the.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi David. What I want to say to our people is that they should continue standing on the truth, and also continue supporting their government, and they should not also forget their priority, which is the continuous funding of the Biafran Republic government in exile until Biafra is totally actualized and free at the end of the day. We should not also stop praying for the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi, because he's doing a fantastic work that I can tell any one of you that is listening to the sound of my voice. Mazi Nnamdi is doing everything humanly possible and otherwise in making sure that this movement keeps moving until Biafra is achieved. So, and Biafra is for everybody. Biafra is not for Mazi Nnamdi. Biafra is not for Mazi Nnamdi. But we sympathize with their present situation. We sympathize with their present condition. And the Biafra Republic government in exile is not just folding. The Biafra Republic government in exile is also doing everything possible in making sure that their incarceration gains the international attention that it deserves. So the pressure will come from the international community to their captors, because that is the only way these people can be released at the end of the day. Anybody telling you that Mazi Nnamdi will get justice, even though said, what is the justice? Mazi Nnamdi has already been sentenced to life imprisonment. That is what every one of us need to understand. Mazi Nnamdi has been sentenced to life imprisonment. The person that is giving you order, that person that you are taking order from, has already been condemned to death by the Nigerian state. And you think taking order from Mazi Nnamdi is the best thing for you to do? That means you are very, very ignorant, and you need to wake up and smell the coffee. That if the Nigerian state can be able to go to the length to condemn Mazi Nnamdi to life imprisonment, and you still think that they will give him the luxury, the privilege, or the space to start championing the Biafra from where they have condemned him to death, that you are the biggest in this life. You understand? So every one of them that you see that is rallied around Mazi Nnamdi at this point in time are only playing the script in a way to stop what we are doing as a people. And we are saying that we are fanatic about our freedom, and our mental toughness is very, very, very much in high alert at this point in time for us to decipher between fake and true. And we have come to see whatever that is coming out from Sokoto prison or Finland prison are all false. And we all need to frown on it as a people who really know we need this freedom at the end of the day. And I promise every one of you, with the Biafra Republic government in exile, Biafra will be independent very, very soon. So thank you very much, Mazi David, for giving me the privilege.
Ndewo Mazi, with the Biafra Republic government in exile, Biafra is very, very close. Your responsibility, your job is to support this Biafra. Anywhere that you are in diaspora, you are in the homeland, it is our responsibility to fight and get freedom for our people. That is the greatest gift that we can give this generation and generation unborn. That is also the only gift that can make those who have died as a result of this Biafra, those who fought the war and died, those who continue to fight for Biafra since 1970, and those who paid the ultimate price till this moment. It is only Biafra that is going to allow their souls to rest in peace. So if you lost someone during the war, if you have lost somebody during this fight for Biafran freedom, I want you to know that their souls can never rest in peace. It is only a free Biafran nation that can guarantee that peaceful, eternal rest for each and every one of them. And that is the reason why Briggy is there, making sure, doing everything humanly possible to make sure that the promises we made to those who died at Mpo, at Emene, at Obibo, at Aba High School, that those promises are fulfilled, because when they were giving up the ghost, they say, go and get us Biafra. And the living say, we will try our best. And as long as we are alive and we are fighting, we must achieve Biafra for them, so that every one of them will rest in peace. And then we ourselves will have joy, and our children will now be very, very happy to go to our land and establish Biafra. We can no longer depend on exile or seeking greener pastures abroad. So this is a task that must be done, and it is a collective responsibility. So my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, I thank every one of you who have been part of tonight's broadcast. See you tomorrow, because we will continue. We can never stop until we are free. Ndewo. And thank you so much, to.the, for being part of this program. I also appreciate Reg and Fury, who also joined and made his own contribution. And wonderful Biafrans who are listening. I say, to me from here is good night.
The genocidal war against the young republic, the drums of war began to sound. Nigeria turned against us on our own sacred ground. May 30, 1967, we still remember the day hope was born and hell descended. Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine. Flying bombs, Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they try to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Hey. Blockade and hunger became their sword. Kwashako scars on bodies of the young and children. Women buried babies in shallow graves. while the world watched and looked the other way. From Ulias Street to the starving fields, 1 million souls crossed into eternity. They called it war, we call it genocide. Our peoples will refuse to die. May 30, 1967, we still remember the day hope was born and hell descended. Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine and flying bombs. Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they try to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Whoa. No victors, only survivors left to tell of the pain, the courage, and the tears that fell. Nigeria may hide one flag, but 2 wounds remain. Only Biafra independence can heal these wounds in the heart of a nation, still carrying the pain. We do not forget, we will not be silent for the unborn children and the dead who cry loudest. May 30, 1967, echoes in the wind, never to be erased. Biafra lives in memory and in flame.